Welcome to the TrueMindShifters channel. In this channel, we share true stories of our own lives and how we're attempting to overcome fear, shame, and guilt. If you find this topic interesting, please like, subscribe, and share to amplify the goodness of this channel. In the next set of stories, you'll hear Marina and I explore the concept of healing. What happens when we're on the path to healing? And what are the wonderful byproducts as a result? And in this particular set of stories, we're jumping right into a conversation. Let's get started.
I was sad. I was sad and disappointed, and that was associated with his communication with his kids, and how disappointed I was at the way he was talking to them. Complete denial of himself, like, oh, I did so good. But later on, he admitted to or like, it's all true. But the breakthrough is there, and I said, listen, you're not gonna have indefinite amount of chances. You will not. So you better change now. But I was super sad and I was angry and I was disappointed. I listened to your confession because I wanted to call it a confession, but because I didn't have your permission, I didn't when I posted. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's right. She's so right. I have to look at myself. Yes. And I tried to help, but he's not ready. So by me trying to help him more and getting upset with him for not accepting my help, how does it really help?
Ding, ding, ding.
It was Eva. People don't realize what kind of gold we're sharing with them. They don't realize it. What you had shared was so powerful, so raw, so real, so brave. I don't even know if you realize that. That was something I needed to hear at this precise moment, which changed our relationship again, which helped me to look at myself more and accept him more the way he is, which in return will allow him to open the doors for him. Because I told him something. I told him that he needs to listen to your video when I was posting. I said, you know, I have to tell you something. He said, what? I said, the reason. Oh, because at that same moment I was posting, I saw a quick reel in Russian by a man posting very interesting thing. It was a flip chart and he drew a face. I don't know why. Don't get into semantics, right? And he said not Jewish person, and then he drew a face, Jewish person. Not Jewish person, he wrote. The mother would look at 10 things that a child did right, see one thing wrong, and say, see, you did this wrong. Jewish mother would look at 10 things that the child did wrong, one thing that did right, and said, look, you did right. Me personally, I completely disagree with non-Jewish versus Jewish. That was irrelevant to me. What was relevant is that 10 things wrong, one thing right, 10 things right, one thing wrong. And I turned to Sergey and I said, honey, I have to tell you, I know exactly what is the issue that's stopping you from actually making your steps. And you tried to tell me that for years, and I did not hear you. I did not understand you. I said, I look for this one thing that you do wrong to point it out. And I said, I am the cause of your resentment towards yourself to get better. And I said, no more, no more. And even if I do it again, I will apologize or I will catch myself. I'm in phase, and I said to him, I'm in phase 2 here. This is the fight, Eva. We need to look for that 10 thing that is right and disregard 9 things that are wrong, not only for our husbands, but for our children as well. And you know for whom? For ourselves. That's what we do to ourselves as well. We disregard 9 incredible things we do, and we look for this one mistake, and we start dwelling on it. No more. That's what I told him yesterday. And you prompted it.
Thanks. And you were open, you listened, and you did something different. That's why I'm crying. It's like a beauty, like when you go to a wedding and you watch something beautiful, and so the tears aren't sad.
Eva, I'm telling you again, which you do not feel like you completely trust. Not only me. This is what everyone is feeling when you do it, but you don't trust it. You don't trust it. I told you that 100 times. You don't believe that people receive you that way. You don't. You really wanted to all your life, but you don't believe it. I don't know how else to tell you. It's true.
Okay. And you know I'm gonna believe you in time, but for whatever reason, my own perception of what I say, I know I have a good intention. Okay. And it just takes time to see.
You just have to make the step and jump off that cliff and be you.
Okay.
You have to surrender to that. And that's what's so hard for you to do.
Well, and like anything, right? Even going into this space, having these conversations, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know, like as a veil gets lifted, like, oh, that was covered. And I didn't know that I was covering it. I didn't know what was under it. I didn't know I had a garage in the back of my head that had all these things in it.
So I'm jumping in really briefly to acknowledge that there's some pretty open, raw, direct conversation happening. And this isn't always what we do, but it is not unusual. We are really hoping that as people hear us have a conversation, they hear the truth, they hear the intention, and they hear some shifting. Because we really are attempting to be examples, and we hope that our examples resonate. So we're fast forwarding now to a new part of the conversation where Marina is going to reflect on her own healing and a really wonderful byproduct of the progress that she's been making in her own life.
As I am also eating clean, and now Sergey and I were actually going to join the gym. And I'm going to strengthen my body so I feel good about myself and I feel strong. Strong because I need to feel strong, physically strong. I realized something incredible. The way I eat changed. I'm even thinking about this program, and I thought about it for a while. There's no need for diet at all. As people heal their trauma, emotional trauma, psychological trauma, as they heal their souls, their relationship with food will change. I used to eat pretty fast. I used to eat I used to eat with my eyes versus my stomach. I used to say that's because I don't move enough. 80% of overweight is coming from how much we eat. And I used to say the signal from my stomach to my brain is delayed. That's why I eat more. I eat slower now. I get full faster now. I don't feel this crazy need. Oh, I want to have another piece. I only had like one or two, whatever. I want to take another one to make me feel better. There's no need. When your internal trauma is resolved, there's no need. Your body only takes as much as they need. And we don't need a lot. All American restaurants are set to give you more, more. It's wrong. The first step is changing the relationship with food through healing of the emotional trauma. And second step is to really improve your physical activity level to have your body
Yes.
strength. I'm getting to step 2.
There you have it. Some stories around what healing looks like. And it isn't always straightforward. It isn't always easy. But it's part of a system. And what's beautiful about this story is that there's this relationship you have with your body. But if you tend to live solely in your mind, you may miss the signals that your body's giving you of how you can think and live and be in a happier place. As you hear Marina and I speak about phases we may be in or steps we may be on, we're referring to our TrueMindShifters change framework. You can find the TrueMindShifters change framework on our YouTube channel under the community tab. So, as we attempt to shift our minds, perhaps to live more in our bodies, we hope this story helps you think about your own life and how you can live your best life. That's all for now. We're sending you support, empowerment, and love.